At 90 years old, Sam Herd is the oldest member of the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses, and after 152 years, he's also the only minority to ever serve in that capacity in the religion's history. This probably wasn't such a big deal to the average Jehovah's Witness because the governing body has historically been seen as mysterious, righteous men appointed by God to bring truths to mankind. However, this all changed when Stephen Lett went public in 2014 via JW Broadcasting. Witnesses quickly began to get familiar with each governing body member as they took turns hosting monthly broadcasts and other videos. 10 years later, Sam Herd is well past retirement age and still the only minority governing body member. Since going public through internet videos, there have been 3 new governing body members and 1 removal. Amongst all those changes, there still hasn't been another person of color or minority governing body member appointed. I've counted at least 6 governing body helpers of color and no other minorities. At 90 years old, if Sam Herd becomes unable to fulfill his duties or passes away, will the rank and file Jehovah's Witnesses suddenly question why there aren't any other minority governing body members plastered across the website and videos? Or will they continue to go along without questioning? Now, some might reason that only anointed governing body helpers can be appointed to the governing body, so they can only choose from such a small pool. But this doesn't explain why no non-white appointed brothers can be found from branches in Asia, Africa, the Middle East, or the Caribbean. Anywhere in the world besides predominantly white Western countries. If Jehovah is impartial, how could he choose only one minority to represent him to the rest of the world in 152 years of his chosen one true religion? These are the types of questions that the witnesses should be asking. In my opinion, the governing body blew an opportunity to nip some of these questions in the bud. They had a chance to appoint at least one other minority, knowing Herd was creeping toward old age. They are well aware that they aren't chosen by God to run his so-called organization on earth. So why not make it look the part by fast-tracking another minority to the governing body? Why not pick cult leaders that actually look like the rest of the flock? The answer is because they are no different than any other religious organization or corporate company that exists today. They all look the same when it comes to their organizational structure and board members. But the real question is, will the followers finally wake up when they see for the first time an all-white cast of leaders directing them through videos? Or will they auto-adjust to the new status quo and continue to give blind, unquestioned obedience? Either way, we'll find out soon.
Scientists say that the cranial capacity of a woman is 10% smaller than that of man. So now this shows that she's just not equipped for the role of headship. Her role is one of subjection to the man. Her role is that of submissiveness, and that means that she should recognize that she is a woman and be glad to be a woman. You would recognize, if you truly love your husband, that you're not equipped mentally, emotionally, and physically or somatically for the role of competition. You would never pit your mind against it, not if you truly love your husband. Or you might recognize that you're quicker of mind than he is. Oftentimes this is the case. The boy marries girl. He finds out that girl is smarter than woman. Shortly after marriage, she finds out that she's smarter than woman. She'll work extremely hard, never to show that she's quicker in life than her husband.